Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a while. I've had a lot going on. As you can see, I'm moving out. So I'm dealing with that, plus work, getting trained, and then I'm dealing with my cousin, getting justice for her. So it's just been, it's been a lot. But today, as you see in the title, I am going to be talking about piercings and then how I got my first ear infection because of my piercing. And the one that I'm mainly going to be talking about is my Helix Flat, which is this baby right here. So I got this done February 10th. It was my birthday. And I did not know, usually I do a lot of research, but for me, when it comes to piercings, I've been getting pierced since I was probably like 16, and of course it started with my lobes, and then it just went from there on. And so yeah, this one, I go to this one place called Aesthetic Ambition, and so the people that work there, their names is Lucy and Thomas. I've been following them since they were at this other place called Something Monkey by Venice. So I live in California, and they started their own business, which I had to follow them. All of my piercings and jewelry, except for my tongue and another piercing, they're all from their shop. So for me, when I went to go get this done, I was so excited, but this piercing is probably the hardest piercing I've ever had to heal. I've dealt with crusties, I've dealt with bumps, keloids. I've dealt with a lot of stuff, even like it oozing out and everything like that. Like, I've dealt with so much. This little effer, I literally have been dealing with this since February 10th, of course, but like it's been a nonstop pain in my ASS. So when I first got it done, I had thicker like glasses, like the lenses, they were really thick. And if you guys see my other videos, you know the pink ones that I kind of have, and they were really big. So when I got it done, I had no idea that when it was pierced, that my glasses sit directly on the post. So I quickly had to find different glasses. Luckily I have like 4 or 5 different pairs, but I had to go through a ton of them because they were hurting me when I would place it on me, when I would place my glasses on me. They were hurting really bad, and I had to, these were the best ones for me because my other ones, they were even thinner, but they kept sliding. They weren't like these where they stay on, and like I didn't have any problems with it, so I chose these. So then afterwards, I felt personally like I was cleaning it really good. I was not. I was cleaning it in the front, I was cleaning it in the back, but I use gel and hairspray so much, like every day. Why? Because I have baby hairs and I look like a chia pet, like if I don't like slick this down and figure out how to style my hair. I use mousse, I use all of that. So what I was doing is that I was just cleaning the front and then the back, but not like the whole surface area. I'm sorry, I have airplanes coming in. So that was my issue. When I could not stand the pain like anymore. My best friend, she got hers done April 7th for her birthday gift, and I went to go and I was like, my ear is swollen and I need help. I don't know what to do. I need a bigger post. And they were always so sweet to me, always so kind. Like, they are the best. I would never go to anyone else, and I highly recommend you checking them out, because the way they do it, they're just super sweet. And Thomas, I always DM him, especially when I got this one done. I was DMing him if like he was my boyfriend, like, hey, I need help, something's not right. Okay, so far you're with me on my journey so far. So he cleaned it up, he like took out whatever needed to be taken out in the area. And my best friend and her son, they were looking at it. I didn't hear nothing from them. They're usually quiet like around new people. So afterwards, when I got in the car, the son was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. And then my best friend was like, don't lie to her, it was bad. It was like a whole bunch of stuff that came out of there. So I didn't get to see it. I felt so embarrassed, not only because, you know, Thomas was doing my ear, but like it was a guy who was apprenticing, and so he was new, and I was like, oh my god, but at least it didn't smell. I think it didn't, I didn't smell anything, but I was so embarrassed. So then afterwards, I got cleaned up. It immediately, the swelling went down like tremendously. But then now I had another problem, and I'm going to show pictures at the end of what I was dealing with, not with like, not when it was infected, probably that later on that day, but also that day when I went to go, you know, get it cleaned and stuff like that, I had it looked like a pimple on like the surface part of it. And so I was cleaning it, and then that kind of like popped and went away. I know it's not a pimple. I know it has to do something with the piercing and stuff like that. I just don't know the proper terms. So that went away, and then after we got it all cleaned up, like I said, the swelling went down, and it felt good. Now I was having another problem. I was having the problem where my ear would turn randomly red, and it was on fire, and it hurt. I was taking, because I didn't want to get it chanced, so my piercer, he was like, see how it looks the next day, and if it doesn't get better within 2 days, go to the doctor, because I had an ear infection, he told me, and get some antibiotics and stuff like that. So the next day I went to work, and I was like, okay, cool, like my ear's feeling good. Then all of a sudden it turned red, bright red. And then I was like, oh no, I left for work to get like, to go to a doctor, because seriously, do not wait. Do not wait for your ear. If you think you can heal it on its own, great. But honestly, I do not recommend that, because I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet, YouTube stories, and I was like, I love my ears. I don't want to have surgery, and I need help. I went to go get antibiotics. And by the way, my doctor has been like my doctor for like when I was little, so I trusted him too. So and I just literally went in and out. So ever since COVID, like the doctors was like the one place I hated to go, but it's been really smooth sailing, really simple. But anyway, so I went to go get antibiotics, and I had to take it for like 2 weeks, and I was feeling like it was better, but I was still having that same like redness. Anything I did, it was like I was bound to a fan. Like luckily I had my mini fan that I use for like my makeup. You know what, where is it? 'Cause I carried it in my purse too today, but I used this. So whenever it would get hot, it was the strangest thing. I have never seen something like this before, but when it would get hot, I would just go like this. It would take probably like a minute to cool down, and then I was fine again. I just felt like I was restricted to anything I had to do. So I was like, what is going on? I was scared that like the infection was still there. And so I made an appointment for this Saturday, but honestly, I couldn't wait. I needed to get in there because I had no idea what was going on. So Thomas and Lucy usually, you know, help me with my piercings, but they weren't going to be there today. Luckily, when I got there, Thomas was there about to leave, and I was like, hey, like, I thought you weren't going to be here. He's like, I'm not, I have to go do something else and stuff like that, but this guy's going to work on you. I said, okay. Like, they had previously told me that, like, they weren't going to be there, but it's just, like, seeing him, I'm like, no, don't go. Just wait, like, 10 more minutes. It did not take 10 more minutes. It literally took probably, because the guy doing it, he was an apprentice, but it felt like Lucy or Thomas was, like, doing my hair. But it took probably like 30 minutes or so. 30 minutes. So anyway, I was talking to Thomas, and then I was like, I don't know what's going on. like, I've never had this experience. And he was like, I've never seen anything like it. He was like, your ear looks really good. And the post was still long. Like, my ear didn't look like, it was swollen. It just looked like it was, because I had some soup earlier. All of a sudden my ear just turned red, and I was like, what the, I was so mad. So I already had it in my head that I was gonna take it out. I was like, I can't deal with this. If I was like 20, I would have been like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna stick with it, I'm gonna deal with it, because I had no responsibilities when I was 20. I was just with my ex-boyfriend. We were like doing whatever, we were being foolish, you know. That would be the only thing I had to take care of. But now I'm like, I'm working, I don't have time, I have all this stuff I gotta do. And on top of that, with the mask, that's another thing. If you're gonna get this piercing and we're still in COVID, be very, very careful with the mask, because I kid you not, it will get tangled in there. My best friend who got the piercing, she had her son take off the mask because she's like, oh my god, it got caught. And she was panicking. But you have to be super careful with this one. And so anyway, so I was telling Thomas, I was like, look, I even hated to bring this up because I love their jewelry, it's high quality, but I did remember that with my lobes, I got it pierced at Claire's. Don't ever do that. Please don't ever do that, because it will not heal at all. My ears, they won't take fake jewelry for a long time. They won't heal. So, that's the only time where it will get red, if the jewelry is not with high quality. So I even told him, I was like, you know, Thomas, like, I really feel like, what if it's the jewelry? And he was like, of course. He's like, no, because like, you know, they have really nice jewelry, and like it's expensive, but it's high quality. So I didn't even want to bring that up, but I was like, what else could it be? Like, do I still have an infection or something? And they kept telling me, no, like, you don't look like you have an infection. So then the guy who was apprenticing, he worked on my ear. He was very kind, very sweet. And he was like, okay, so let's change your post to a smaller one, like an inch or so. I was like, okay, cool. He was like, it's not going to be where it's snug, you know. I was like, okay, great. He was like, just so like your glasses won't keep, you know, moving or like kind of irritating it. Because then we thought it was irritating because of the glasses. I'm not going to lie. There's times during the day where it feels like there's pressure on it. But it goes away within a couple seconds if I kind of maneuver it a little. Like right now, it's not bothering me. Earlier in the day, and I wear a face shield, so it's like I try not to wear it as much. Like I try to just stay in my cubicle so I don't have to wear it, but I can't help it. I'm always running around. So anyway, so he was cleaning my ear. He was like, you did a wonderful job this time around. I remember how your ear was last time. It's pretty like crazy. I was like, I know. I was embarrassed. I know. And so then he was we were talking and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden he puts okay, so I try to explain this to my friends, and I think they understood it, but let me show you like what happened. So he was pushing the jewel. Okay, so he was pushing this part, right? He was pushing it, and then all of a sudden, okay, I try to explain this to my friends just like this. So here's the backing of it, right? Not the actual post, but the backing to it. And then here is the jewelry, right? The jewelry is like laying on there. It fucking broke. Excuse my language, but I heard him like say something. He was like, hey, do we have another one of like this one? She was like, no, these are the only ones on display. Like whatever you get, like that's what you get. And I was so confused, but I was like, you know, I'm just waiting, chilling. I was in an uncomfortable position because I had my hair up just like this and like my bun. You ladies know how it is, or even men too. You guys know how it is. It is not a fun time trying to lay down, trying to get in this position. And so I was just kind of like this. I was like, what is going on? I was freaking out. I was nervous. So then he was like, I am so sorry to tell you, but this thing broke. And he showed me, and I was like, my mouth just dry, like literally like that. I was like, what? Like, and so he gave me, he did the right thing. He was like, so because of that, and he's like, that's probably why that your ear has been getting red, because, you know, it was a defective one, you know, and shit happens. That happens. Anything can happen, you know, the rings that I have on here, or even my watch that I have, that can happen. It was just my luck. And so ever since he changed it, he was super sweet. I really love this one better than my last one. It aesthetically fits this ear with all my other jewelry. So, but ever since he did that and I went home, I even showered, and usually when I shower, like, since my ear was getting irritated, I would have to be by that fan. I was cold as hell. I would have to be by that fan, but it went away within itself, like how it should be. And even today, I felt my ear kind of like, but like I was kind of venting to my coworker, so I was getting hot, and I felt like I was getting hot, but then it didn't turn red. I just felt the emotions, you know. So today was a good day. Yesterday, after I got the help I needed, knock on wood, please knock on wood for me, that, you know, everything went fine. And it had to be the jewelry, because at least once a day I would get my ear to be super red. And I even had soup today and it didn't get red, nothing. So yeah, so that was my story with this. I really highly, people with glasses, like, just kind of reconsider on getting this piercing, because it honestly takes so long. Maybe even it might take a little longer, because it's sitting on it, unless you want to get it more like down here or whatever, that it's not like gonna bother it. But for me, if I would have known that, I maybe would have thought twice. But it was the jewelry that was causing my ear to get red, and I'm hoping that that was the cause of it, because like, today was the best day, and like, I got it February 10th, so like in 2 months that it's been great. Like 2 months I was dealing with a bunch of crap, and I'm not blaming my piercing shop. I love them. I will continuously go to them and get my jewelry, and I will leave their Instagram link down below, and I will leave their website link down below too. And so yeah, if that was my story. But if you guys want to hear anything else, like, I have adult piercings, so if you guys want to know about that or anything specifically, just let me know, and I will try to remember it as best as I can. I remember, like, here, I remember that 100%, because getting it really hurt. Getting that really hurt, and the after part hurt even more once you got it out of the shop. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it wasn't too over the place, but if you, again, like I said, if you guys want to see any specific videos on any piercings, just let me know, and I'll see with the aftercare. I have my tongue pierced, I have my nose, my ears, and I have my belly button. I have all types of piercings. And then if you guys want to know about tattoos too, just let me know, comment down below, and I will do a video on that too. But this one was kind of different. I just wanted to really tell you my experience on that one. I was freaking out. I was having panic attacks during the night, because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to get surgery. And I'm like, I gotta stop with these piercings, and I'm like, my life, like, all that was running through my head at night while I'm supposed to be asleep. But anyway, oh, and if you guys are wondering, my little jacket attire, it was from the Nudie Patootie website that I've been bragging about all the time. So, but yeah, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. If you want to subscribe, that's cool. If you don't, if you just want to see me, that's cool too. This is really for my mental health and for you guys just have a smile and a laugh. So yeah, guys, I will see you in my next video. I'm hoping that'll be sometime next week, but I don't know, because next week is moving day. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Bye.